But then, so this is where the shit gets interesting. Dogface sent me Daalight, the same way he sent this shit. He sent me an audio telling me about how the Albanians, his issue with the Albanians running the Coney Islands or whatever. It's not all Albanian, but particularly pertaining to the whole Coney Island franchise shit. So now we're gonna get into this clip.
I didn't say that Albanians, Chaldeans, Arabs, Chinese, Vietnamese, Indians don't have the right to open up a business in the inner city. But if you do, and if 99% of your customer base are black, then, and you've been operating these businesses for 30, 40, 50 years, you have moved your family based on the loyal customers in the inner city to the suburbs, $1 million homes, private school for your kids, Christmas, back to school supply, it's Christmas, Halloween. I don't believe in none of that shit, but Christmas, Halloween candy, back to school supplies, feed the kids in the ghetto, so a hot breakfast or a bowl of something or a hot dog or something. I'm saying they should be able to do something. You have 95% of the 20 islands in Detroit are owned by Albanians. They don't even allow black people to buy into the franchise. They keep their distribution chain of the food and shit. They box us out, but not allowing to get us. You can open up a Coney Island if you're black, but you can't call it Coney Island. It gotta be called Coney Time, Coney World, or something like that. But the actual name, Coney Island, that actual name is a name that's controlled by the Albanian population. If you're black, they won't allow you to buy into that franchise. They can't tell you can't buy into it. What they'll do is they won't open up the supply chain for the food and all the shit that makes Coney Island a Coney Island to black people. That's a fact. Anybody in Detroit know I'm telling you the truth. So once again, I didn't say they couldn't do it, because in Detroit, the restaurants, the gas stations, and the liquor stores are owned by Arabs, Chaldeans, primarily. The Coney Island restaurants, just in case you don't know, brother, there are more Coney Islands in Detroit than there are McDonald's and Burger Kings combined in the city limits of Detroit. There are more Coney Island restaurants than there are McDonald's and Burger Kings combined. So I'm saying, if you people are operating businesses inside the inner city and your customer base are all black, you telling me that during certain times of the year, Christmas, Thanksgiving turkeys, back to school supplies for the underprivileged kids, Christmas giveaways, or you can't give nothing back? Oh, you don't have no obligation. You do have an obligation, my nigga. Listen, you say you're from NYC. What do NYC say about the rappers who made it out the hood from the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem? If they don't give back to the hood, they're like, nigga, how you get on? You know how hard it is for kids to grow up because you're from this environment, and you won't give back no school supplies, no winter coats for kids, none of that shit. What would we say about them? Would you say they ain't got no obligation to give back? There's no way in the world you would say they don't have no obligation to give back and they come from the ghetto, my nigga.
Come back up here and let me reply to you, sir. I have never in my life ever suffered from a false sense of entitlement. Even as a child, I had this whole thing that nobody owed me anything. Because at some point I knew that I wouldn't be a boy anymore, that one day I would have to grow up and be a man and figure that shit out for myself. Also, I've always been a capitalist, and I've always been a fan of commerce. Fair market exchange, free market. So, you said rappers, right? From New York and shit. Here's the thing. I never in my life, I was a big Jay-Z fan, bought every Jay-Z album, bought every Nas album, bought every DMX album. I bought a lot of niggas albums, even motherfuckers outside of New York. I bought every Snoop album. You know what I'm saying? Project Pat was one of my favorite niggas from the South. You know what I'm saying? So, all this shit, right? I never looked at it like, yo, I spent my hard-earned money on your CD. You should get it backpacked to my hood. No, nigga. You went in there and made an album. You worked for that shit. Use your brain and the budget. You made a record. I went and bought the shit. We even. Whatever you decide to do with that shit or whatever, when you know what I mean? Like when the check clear, that's your business. I ain't got no right to tell you just because I'm the one that gave it to you. But then shit, I could have just kept my money and did that. Like, so no, homie, I don't think that